Hi there, welcome to Bubble Talk with Burge. Are you ready to get burged? I am ready to burge on you. This verb thing with burge is kind of freaky, but anyway, we just finished our Essence of Being class in Atlanta this past weekend. So those of you who took it, man, what a crazy, fantastic, up-leveling, miraculous weekend we had. And those of you who felt the energy and wanted to be there, I'm glad that you were a part of us. We brought everybody into the weekend. And those of you who will be joining us later at some point during the year, yay. And I just want to say thank you to all the people who came and supported and came and staffed and flew in from all parts of the country to support and just to be there to serve. And of course, service to others is service to self. Hello, everybody. I know a lot of people just joined and that's going by so fast. I missed you, so I'm sorry. But hello, my friends. I love all of you, and I'm just thrilled to be able to be standing here today. We had a wild weekend and a lot of growth, a lot of transformation. So I'm really thrilled that we're able to really come together as conscious leaders. We really did empower each other, and we are empowering others, right, to be whole and complete and to create that win-win world. Christina says, so amazing. I'm so happy I was able to support and document the process. Yes, you did. Love you all. So on the newsletter, everybody, you'll see some pictures, and we'll be posting on Facebook on the EOB grad groups and also some of the other kind of things on public groups, on the Essence of Being Healing Forest group. On Facebook and on Instagram. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who came out to support. And it's really fascinating to me, the depths as to when you support other people or when you show up to serve, as we say, what you get out of it, and how if you hadn't have been there, then other people may not have been able to get what they got out of it. And of course, as I know, everybody comes for different reasons. They come to level up, they come to find their purpose or their passion, or maybe to get some distinctions or clarity, or maybe they, really want to just blow through a lot of blocks to either money or love or commitment or trust. Trust was a major theme. And also, self-esteem, being able to stand in their power and take responsibility for their own thoughts and their own actions, their own beliefs, so they can shift and change things on a cellular level. So I'm so pleased that we were able to create a safe space for everybody this past weekend. And again, I encourage all of you to come. We have 3 more happening, 3 more Essence of Beings anyway, this year in Atlanta. So check it out, essenceofbeing.com. Hi, Kristen. And those of you who are grads, come back and play, and certainly come to our 1 days that we're doing. The next one coming up is April 20th. We're doing Essence of Relationships. Okay, so do any of you have any fears around relationships, or maybe concerns or doubts, or not sure, maybe communication skills around relationships? Now, we're going to be covering your relationship with yourself. Do you treat yourself well? Also, we'll be doing a lot of exercises around that on the 1 days, and of course with our Conscious Leadership Academy, we're starting the whole module of relationships next week. So stay tuned for that. Those of you who are enrolled in that, you're going to be getting a lot of cool stuff about relationships. Hi, Rochelle. So, it's not just about relationship with self. It's also going to be, we're going to cover a lot of relationships with each other, love relationships, business relationships, how to connect with each other in a really deep way and be heard and seen without fear or judgment. How cool would that be, huh? The other relationship that we're going to be discovering during this whole module that we're going to be in, and the 1 day that we have, is also your relationship to your connection, whatever that looks like to you, your connection to spirit, to God, to universe, to great spirit, to source, to energy. Is there something else so that you don't feel so alone sometimes? So that is what we're going to be exploring together. Hi, Joy. Aw, you look fabulous. Well, thank you. Right? Receive. Thank you. Thank you. And Kristen says, sounds great. Okay. Well, so come join us, girlfriend. So come join us April 20th for our one day. And also, of course, if you're not in the Conscious Leadership Academy yet, what's stopping you? Because we've just gone through our entire abundance module, and now we're about to join into the relationship module. So join us. Check us out, essenceofbeing.com/CLA. Now, that's for conscious leadership, and we really want to play with you on that level. A lot of online stuff, and I make it really easy to play so that you stay connected with us the entire year, okay? 12 months. So let's go ahead and, hi Sheila. Let's go ahead and pull a card. You know I do this with my Essence of Being deck. And we're going to pull a card and see what I pulled here for us to focus on today. Oh, okay. Let's see why we pulled this. Called the Change Formula. Hi, Jack. I tapped on this out of the sheer love and respect I have for this woman. Now I'm totally interested. Okay. Super. So check us out. essenceofbeing.com/CLA, which is the Conscious Leadership Academy for the entire 12 months. Or come play with us at Essence of Being. And let me explain this change formula card, all right? Hey, Peggy Lee. All right. It says change equals vision plus breakdown plus plan has to be greater than the fear of change. So how many of you are afraid to change? And just ask yourself that, you know, is everything working in my life? Yes or no? If you have some things that may not be working as well as you'd like, then perhaps there's something else for you here to shift into, to change. But a lot of people are afraid to change. And so what I'm giving you is a formula for change, and that is having a brilliant vision and having a little bit of breakdown and having a plan. Some combination of all of those has to be greater than the fear of change. Okay, what's breakdown in the formula? Rochelle says. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you right now, my friend. So vision, okay, just so you know what that is. Vision is what you hold in your heart and in your mind. It's not a mission statement. It's more of what you're creating, your vision for the future, your vision for what it is that you are embodying on a grand scale. It includes emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, financial, all of those things socially. So it is a vision that includes all of those aspects, okay, of what it is that you are in the midst of creating, whatever that is. Just like my vision is a global movement of conscious leaders empowering others to create a win-win world, okay? And I can go into depth about what that is on every one of those aspects. So that's my vision. And you can create your vision through a vision board. We used to call them treasure maps, where you cut out pictures of things that you want to create. And those of you who are in the Conscious Leadership Academy, you know that your final quiz for the abundance class is to create one of those and post that on our Facebook group that's there just for you. That's our VIP CLA Facebook group, right? Hi, Angela. Hi, Rainey. So post those. Some of you have already done that, and they're awesome, vision boards. The other way you can create a vision is you write it like it's already happened. Instead of writing a New Year's resolution, you write your vision as to everything that's happened and you're reflecting on it from the past tense. So for instance, for 2019, when you get to the end in December, or you can do it now, you can just imagine all the things that have happened in 2019 that you created and make it really juicy. It has to be juicy. It really has to get your juices flowing, okay? Hey, Dana. So the whole point of that is to be able to allow yourself to go there. I mean, Einstein said imagination is the key, right? It is the key. And so the vision is something that really is something that you're holding in your heart and your head for something, a greater future that you would like to have. Hi, Kelly. So it's from across the pond. You're watching us, love. So here's the thing. Create that vision, make it juicy. That can change as much as you want it to, and you can have it written, and you can also have it as a treasure map or a vision board. Now, that's one piece of the change formula. The other part is the breakdown piece and the plan, Okay, so Rochelle asked, what's the breakdown? Okay, so think about it. How do most people change? Most people change when something happens. Like, what's a breakdown in a relationship or a marriage? A divorce. What's a breakdown in your business? Bankruptcy. What is a breakdown in your job? Maybe you get fired, or I say freed, okay? So in other words, most people change through breakdown, and that's a very painful way to change. Very painful. So my suggestion is you consciously change, because listen, as we all know, that is the only constant. Change happens. Okay, so how are you going to respond to that change, and how are you going to get in front of it, meaning consciously, proactively shift it, as opposed to playing catch up when something, quote, happens to you and it's a breakdown. Now, having a breakdown is okay. You can have little nudges, because sometimes we get in this little rut, don't we? We go to work the same way, or we have the same kind of conversations with people, or we have these little comfort zones that we get into, and then they become a rut because we just don't know how to get out of it. And we may not like where we're at, but at least it's something we know. So sometimes we need a little push or a little nudge to have a little breakdown to get us out of our comfort zone. Now, you don't have to, but many of us need a little nudge. Now, a little nudge could be something like you get a phone call that you create from a friend that has to move out of the country or something, and that's your business partner, let's say, and now you have to do something differently because that business partner will not be able to be part of your business. So that's a nudge of, okay, now what do I do with that? How do I respond to that? That can be, that you can look at it as a huge breakdown, or you can make it an opportunity to shift into something even greater than you even thought about. Maybe you've been thinking about, maybe I have to change my business a little bit. Okay. Hi, Vicki. So maybe I have to change my my business a little bit. And so what happens is that person kind of made that happen for you, right? So you have to now act and think about, and you're, quote, forced, or at least being able to look at a new focus for your business. So that's an opportunity. So you can look at breakdown as an opportunity, or you can look at it as, holy crap, I don't know what to do. So, and it knocks you off your center. So you have the ability in this change formula to actually have a little bit of a breakdown, but use that as a motivation to go ahead and change something. The last part of this change formula is a plan. So many people, they have a vision, they have a little breakdown, but they don't have a plan or a direction necessarily on how to get there. And what I call a plan is practical steps to get where you want to go. Right? So you know where you are and you know where you want to go. So that's the stuff in between. And of course, you have to know those two things in order for you to move. So those practical steps make it little bite-sized chunks of, this week I do this week I do that, this week I do this. Okay? And I quote this all the time about the Harvard Business MBA students, that they tracked 100 of them for 10 years. And 70 of those MBA Harvard students didn't have a plan. They just graduated and they didn't have a plan. All right, 27 of them had a plan. 3 of them had a plan, and it was written down. Practical steps on how to follow and execute. So they went back 10 years later to track how much money these MBA Harvard students made. 70 of them did okay. They were making pretty good money. 27 of them that had a plan, they made twice as much as the 70 who didn't. And then the 3 who had a plan and had it written down and executed it made 10 times everyone combined. So having a plan can be very powerful, and that's the part that a lot of people may have a hole in their whole entire way of how to change, right? So if you have a really juicy vision and you have a pretty good plan, you're not going to need very much of a breakdown, or very much of a little nudge or an opportunity to kind of move you through the fear of change. So again, when you get into your comfort zone, you might be afraid to change. And that is why a lot of people don't come to essence of being. Okay? That's why a lot of people have second thoughts about, well, if I do that, then my whole world will change. And then what does that mean? I don't know how to deal with that. It's the unknown, right? So many of us have these fears of the unknown. And we may be not liking where we're at in certain aspects of our life, but at least we're comfortable in it and we know what it is. So this formula will help you, okay? This formula will help you really step into a conscious way of shifting things in your life so it doesn't have to, quote, happen to you. Hi, Paulette. So this is what we're focusing on this week. We had a lot of change happen this past weekend for people. And so this is just a reminder of keep your vision in front of you. Have a plan. Go ahead and make those little practical steps, okay? And of course, with our Conscious Leadership Academy, we're doing that a little bit at a time throughout the entire year, giving you tools, giving you experiences, and things to ruminate on and discover about yourself for any blocks that you might have to relationships, abundance, business, leadership, communication, and success, okay? So that's it. So this week, just notice, go ahead and do your vision, write your visions, watch and see what kind of breakdowns you've had in your life that motivate you, and see if you can change, and just, even though you're afraid, even though you don't know what's going to happen, make that conscious effort, or at ease, let's not make it an effort, but make that conscious ease to move and say, I'm looking forward to something else, okay? And if you have something to run toward, it makes it easier to move, doesn't it? As opposed to running away from. So just notice, if there's things in your life that aren't working and you want to run away from it, it's really helpful to have a path to move toward and say, this is what I'm choosing to move toward, not what I'm running away from, because that's fear-based, okay? But moving towards something is what a conscious leader would do, okay? And that's what conscious leadership and conscious movement is. So keep making a difference out there, everybody. And thank you for all of you who came to support this past weekend and who came and said yes to shifting and changing on their own path. And looking forward to playing so much more with you. And thank you for all of you who have sent me a lot of energy and healing prayers. I had a really great healing this weekend around my little boy, little Merlin, my little fur baby. Who is now our guardian fur baby, Angel. So thank you all, and I will see you again on Friday, okay, for another Bubble Talk with Burge, and you have been Burged. Thank you.